Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I make this super delicious lobster pasta or mac and cheese recipe. My homegirl requested to make this for her and her boo, and so I think I did both of them justice. So I hope you guys enjoyed just as much as they did. Alright, so this is some of the ingredients right here. I have bow ties that was requested. I'm using white cheddar and mozzarella cheese. I also have some garlic, the flour, the butter, the milk, you know, the usual suspects for mac and cheese. So these are the lobster tails. They're just medium-sized lobster tails. They're not too big, not too crazy. And I'm going to rinse them up, and I'll show you guys what I do next. As you're going to notice, I will be wearing my gloves a lot in this video. You know, if you're a loyal subscriber, you know I have a heavy allergic reaction to shellfish. Only when eating though, but however, I still wear gloves so my fingers won't swell up or anything like that. But that only happens when the seafood is raw. Once it's cooked, I'm good to go, but I still don't eat it. I can't eat it. So I'm going to season my lobster tails with some all-purpose seasoning, which is my Mish's Corner It's Lit Spicy Girl. I'm sorry, Mish's Corner Spicy Girl seasoning, as well as some Italian seasoning and some salt and pepper. I kept it pretty simple. Use your own spices and what you prefer, but don't go too crazy. All right, so I'm going to add some bouillon powder to some boiling water to add more flavor to the pasta. I'm also going to add the lobster tails right back down in here. We're going to actually repurpose it twice. So you want to put it down in here and allow it to let the flavors out in the water. Next, you're going to add your pasta. Now, I'm only making enough for 2 people, which you guys are going to see in just a second. So I used half the box, and that's pretty much it. Cook it to the directions on the back. Next, we're going to work on the lobster. Now, if you cook this lobster for more than 30 seconds on both sides, we're going to have a problem, okay? Don't y'all cook this lobster for a long time. It's going in the oven. It's going to cook again. The only thing is I just did not want to add raw lobster to the cooked mac and cheese. So 30 seconds, as you can see, it's not even cooked, you know, 30 seconds, and pull it out. And then we're going to move on. Alright, so once I removed the lobster, I added 2 more tablespoons of butter and the peppers. You want to saute that for 2 to 3 minutes. You don't want to do it too far. You want it to be more, you know, present in the pasta. So I sauteed it for about 2 minutes right down in there where we had the lobster. Add your 2 tablespoons of flour and mix that out. You want to cook it out for 2 minutes just to get the raw flour taste out. Next, I'm going to add the milk, and you want to add it a little at a time. A lot of people like to heat up their milk. I don't do that. I wasn't taught that way. It's always hot roux, cold milk, no lumps. So, you know, you just mix it just like this until you get it all mixed in and the lumps are gone. And then you add the rest of your milk. I do it in batches just to get the lumps, you know, good and gone. So this is what it looks like. It will be thick, and when you add the first half and then when you add the second half and mix again, you'll be good to go. Alright, so now I'm going to season this up. I'm going to add a tablespoon of garlic paste and just some preferred seasoning. I'm using Tony's and some more of the Italian seasoning and pepper. Now, as you guys are going to know, like I said, I'm allergic, so I can't taste this food. So this is why I seasoned every single step. I seasoned the pasta. I seasoned the sauce. I seasoned the lobster. So by the time everything's combined, it's seasoned enough, you know, and I'm just that confident because I've been cooking for a long time. I know how much. I have a good eye for sauces and recipes that I can't try and I can't taste. So, however, I will have the measurements in my description box, and you guys can, of course, taste and go along from there. So I'm going to mix that up. I added my cheese. Now I'm adding my pasta down in here. My stove is currently off. You don't want to boil the cheese. I always tell you guys, don't boil your cheese. Once you add your cheese and mix it in, turn the stove off. If you notice, I use a slotted spoon to add the pasta because I wanted like little trinklets of the pasta water to get in there to loosen it a little bit. If your sauce is too thick, you can always use a little bit of the pasta water to thin it out. And look how amazing this looks. All right, so I decided to use these two ramekin like bowls, and I'm just going to divide it evenly into both bowls. Well, obviously one has a little bit more than the other. And now I'm just going to add the lobster right on top, and I'm going to like push it down a bit. I did not mix the lobster into the pasta because I didn't want it to cook 3 times, if you get what I'm saying, because this has to go in the oven. So now you want to push it down a bit. We are going to put some more on top, just like this. And you guys, the smell is insane. I can't. I have the worst allergy. I have to have the worst allergy on the planet of allergydom. Okay, all right, that's not a word, I get it, but ooh, child, it's crazy. So you want to add some cheese on top, some more mozzarella and some more white cheddar or your preferred cheese. I don't suggest using yellow cheese on seafood. That's just my preference. So use some Parm, some Gruyere, something like that. Add some of the lobster on top and we're going to pop it in the oven. Ooh, child, if y'all don't make this recipe, honey, okay? And don't y'all start commenting saying, can you make one without seafood? I'm not. I have tons of mac and cheese recipes on this channel, and I'll just make sure I link those below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. I can't wait to see and hear what my homegirl and her little boo think about what I made. And I appreciate you guys watching. If you try this recipe, tag me on social media and let me know what you think. And I'll catch you guys on my next video. Bye, you guys.